comrades.
Dear friends, colleagues and comrades, it is more than an honor to speak in front of this demonstration. Not just because we're protesting the ministers who will at some point pass us in their limos to the secured red zones. Not just because they are the ones who represent the system that's been destroying our education for the past decade and that is effectively struggling to take it away from us. And not just because our own Minister of Education in Serbia is playing a role in that process. It is an honor precisely because this is the highest point so far of the international student movement, of a movement of all of us fighting neoliberalism in education, fighting the mess created by market competition, so ruthlessly imposed on all of us that many students across the globe just took it for granted, thinking that it couldn't be the other way. Fighting Bologna internationally and then gathering to share our experiences, knowledge and information and to discuss the way forward is something that must strengthen each of the movements in our countries. That is the reason why we are here today. It is important for all of us to understand our struggle as a common struggle for free and emancipated education, as a struggle that knows not of national, ethnic or racial borders, but that clearly recognizes and attacks our common enemy. Back in 2006, some of us in Serbia were inspired by French and Greek student movements, and we decided to try and start something like that in our country, demanding lower tuition fees. We managed to occupy several university buildings, and the movement lasted for a year, even though it never engaged more than 1,000 students at one time. I remember colleagues from Croatia coming to our plenums in occupied buildings saying, "This is so wonderful, but we'll never be able to make anything like this." They were the ones to prove themselves wrong. Today their movement is on the forefront of struggles and student struggles in ex-Yugoslavia. I was even lucky enough to take part in October occupations of Audimax, when I heard almost 2,000 students chanting international solidarity at the proclamations of solidarity occupations in other countries. I was assured that nothing is impossible. That is exactly why we need to continue building our movements and connect them internationally. In Serbia, we're mobilizing for the 23rd of March against the new change of law that will make us have to pass all the exams in 1 year or else pay for tuition fees that reach up to 3,000 euros. In Serbia we have more than 1 million unemployed and average wages around 400 euros. All this is being justified as a part of Bologna reforms. All the measures that wreck our study programs and clear the university from the working class youth, making it available only for the rich. That is one of the reasons why we are now getting more and more support from striking workers and trade unions as well. We're living in the age of the biggest capitalist crisis since the 1930s, and if we succeed in our task to connect student and worker struggles and to connect them internationally as well, we might be able to win not only the kind of education we want, but a whole lot of more. One world, one struggle.